Like for example, let me see if I can find something to show you.
Like for example, take a look at CJ CAD JPY.
Mm-hmm. Gadget.
Because I learned this from Ray. I mean, I didn't learn it from Ray. It's just he made me notice it. I was buying once Euro JPY, and yesterday I saw the same move that Ray basically helped me with when he told me, "Oh, your buy just got rejected at the 50 MA, and it's probably gonna go down to test the 200 MA." So I saw that same thing happen yesterday, basically, and that's why I took a sell. And I mean, it didn't go to the 200 MA, but it was still a valid sell. You know, I secured the profits. I got out with profit, basically.
Mm-hmm. What I would say is on the 1 minute that happens a lot.
But on the hourly,
On the hourly, I haven't really noticed it, to be honest with you. I mean, usually the 200 MA usually wants to get tested either way.
yeah. But you see how it flipped. You see how it
Yeah.
rejected, it fell down, and then it flipped. So that's the thing. That's why I was like asking, like, is it? I mean, is it something that's usual to expect, but sometimes it doesn't happen, or don't even expect it at all? And if it goes, then you're just lucky, I guess.
I don't usually expect that to happen.
Okay, cool.
I expect it to happen on the 1 minute.
1 minute makes more sense, yeah.
Like I already told you, anyone that's watching the video, that the 200 MA is usually a magnet for the 1 minute.
Yeah.
Obviously, like you said before, obviously the 1 minute is fast, so the 200 MA usually can come up higher. So if you have taken a trade here for a sell, for example, looking for that touch on 200 MA, obviously in an hour, that 200 MA is no longer going to be down here. It could already come back, and that's where you lose the trade.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
Obviously, that can happen. 200 MA moves quick on the 1 minute, but yeah, usually you want to look for that magnet. So usually that, like you were saying, that breakdown of the 50 to go to the 200, that's where I would use that 1 minute confirmation. If it breaks down like on the 1 minute right here, if it breaks down this 50, obviously there's a few lines that we'd have to draw. Just look. I'm just looking at the 1 minute, so nothing exact here. But yeah, if we broke down that 50, we could look for a TP aiming towards that 200. Doesn't mean it's going to tap that 200, but yeah, you could look for like a TP here or a TP here, aiming for the 200. Doesn't mean it's going to tap the 200, but it's going to be aiming for it. So if you get a candle close below the 50 MA, you could look for a TP here or a TP here, aiming for that 200.
Okay. Yeah, obviously those key levels where the candles touched before are like in the way. So I don't expect it to go straight away, but it's just, you know, like when you take a trade and you're convinced that like, oh, you got in a great position and this is the one to hold and blah 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 blah, like this type of mentality. Yeah, that happens to me often.
Yeah. So right here, I'm just looking at this is just based on the 1 minute. This is what scalpers look at. Scalpers usually the 1 minute would usually just do this. So this is a quick setup. We're looking for a sell. You can see there was a bounce here on this line. There's 90 MA below it, so I wouldn't be selling just yet. I would wait for that confirmation breakdown of that the line and the 90 MA. Obviously, we're in a bullish trend, bullish channel. Selling is you're going against the trend right now. This is CAD GPY. I don't usually trade it, but this is what scalpers would do. Scalpers would just make a quick setup like I just did right there. Channel, top of the channel, bottom of the channel. If it breaks down here, they will be selling with minimum risk.
Yeah, that's how I trade it too. Like basically, I just watch a 5 minutes chart, and when it starts going, like for example, you see like there was a huge drop from the top.
Mm-hmm.
So that huge drop, basically, while it was going up with the green candles from the bottom where it bounced, I would draw like a 5 minute trend line, and as soon as it breaks that trend line, I would just be in a sell with the stop loss above the last candle. But then, you know, like you obviously see it kind of goes sideways. It's not really a straight move, but it's a breakout trade basically.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do with it. But sometimes
Yeah.
the thing is I miss the exit. the perfect
Yeah,
exit. I mean, I still get out of it, but I just missed the perfect exit.
yeah. The thing with the breakouts out of channels, or you always want to. Rule number one is to always wait for a retest, and then after the retest, then that's where you want to enter your trade, just to so you don't get caught in those fake breaks.
Yeah, that's very important. You're right.
Like here, it's probably going to break up higher. You can see this is bullish right now. It's at the top of the channel. It's probably going to break. So your impulse would be here. If it breaks that, you would probably buy. But then what if it's a fake break? So you probably would have took that buy because it was breaking.
Yeah, I mean, no, for me, honestly, with this type of pair, I'm convinced that I've missed the buy because I was too scared to buy the bottom. The bottom would have been the perfect buy, like, you know, when it was
Yeah.
really for me, that's the thing. Now that it's gone this high, my instinct is to look for reversals. But then, like you said, it's fighting the trend, so you got to know when to exit quick.
Yeah.
And then that's where I kind of went wrong too with the counter USD pairs like Euro last week, because I would be up like 20, 30 pips, and I'm convinced like it's still by the dip mode, so maybe I can get 50, 60, but no, it just quickly comes back, and you're like, yeah, it's in a downtrend now.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So,
I don't
so
know.
right now, this is my rail account. I'm gonna see if we can catch a sell. I'm gonna go against trend, and I'm gonna see if this plays out. If this plays out, just to see what my mindset would be in a trade. So this is a breakout. I don't want to take it yet because it hasn't closed below that 90 MA.
I
Obviously,
don't know
a
if it's
sell
a really
because we're
volatile
looking for that
pair
200
during New
MA.
York.
I don't really trade it, so I'm just going off of what I see.
Oh, okay, fair enough. There's a guy on YouTube who recommended it for Asia session. He said he recommended this for Asia session, and he recommended GJ for the London session, and then
Mm-hmm.
he does Nasdaq during US basically. But so I just thought I'd try it out because sometimes I do trade the night, but I get stuck in pairs that don't move at all. You know.
So here, right now, what I'm seeing is a retest of this line. It closed below 90 MA, but still hasn't given me that confirmation that I want for that sell. It's good to do this on these kind of pairs that we don't trade, because I'm going off of no knowledge. I'm just going off of what I see.
Yeah, exactly. It really like puts the chart theory into practice.
Exactly.
Even bro, oil, bro. I took your bias that you sent,
Mm-hmm.
and yesterday I was watching it. It was like 4 a.m. It was so close to a trend line where I knew it would have a perfect bounce, but I just couldn't wait for it anymore. I needed some rest. And this morning when I woke up, I saw that perfect bounce, and I was like, wow. If only I would
Yeah.
have just stayed up an extra hour, bro. But like obviously, because I had your bias too, it helped, you know.
Yeah. So right here, what we see is it was a retest of that line, rejection, and this is where I take the sell.
Right here.
Yep. We were low. We got that retest, breakdown. So right here, where my TP would be down here at the bottom of this channel. I'm playing the bottom of the channel. That would be only 7 pips. We're only working on the 1 minute, so. So if you're just going based off that 1 minute, we got the retest. Close below 90 MA, still good. 7 pips, stop loss as well. So 7 pip would be 56.63. So right around here. 68. 64. All right, so now it doesn't look good because it closed above that line. And we can see there's a bullish engulfing. That's not good as well. Scalping 1 minutes are very difficult. So this full candle closes? No, it didn't. But if it had closed from the bottom to the top, that would have been a bullish engulfing. You could have reversed to a buy. Still bullish momentum.
Yeah, it does that a lot, JPY. Sometimes it takes more than one test.
Obviously, we're going against trend, so we always want to respect the stop loss for fighting trend. There we go. Test. We want this to close. This candle to close red. If it closes green, you can either take the loss or just let it play out. Definitely bullish though. This is where we see that there was a fake break. Tap, bounce, back to top of the channel. Back to bullish because we're above the 90 MA.
With the small time frames, it goes quite fast, to be honest.
So far it's a double top. Now it's bullish. See if it breaks. Definitely wants to push bullish. See if it's a real break or a fake break. Let's see. If we close below the 90 MA, you can enter another layer. If not, just take the small loss.
Okay, so and would that layer be above your original layer or
Correct,
same?
yeah.
Okay.
Now it'd be above.
Okay, cool.
So right now I don't like this trade. It's closed above the line, so it looks like we're gonna hit stop loss on this trade.
Yeah.
I like that rejection. It's going to retest that 90 MA. Here we go. Retested 90 MA. We need this candle to close red. And inside the channel again. Alright, so close on top of the 90 MA, that's not good. If it makes a new high, it's going to stop us out. And I would never hold this trade. Newer high is very bad.
Yeah, I understand.
Yep, new high.
I completely get it because it's also a lot of green candles in a row.
Yep.
15 minutes was straight green.
There we go. Stop loss. And we can also expect it to go to this yellow line, so we wouldn't want to hold that one.
Yeah, exactly. Bonjour.
Ugh. Retesting trend line. Break back in the channel. I'm going to take it again. Bottom of the channel. Pips. 67. So here we can see it's retesting the channel. And we got the bounce. Retest at the top of the channel. That probably should have been a buy, not a sell. Let's see how this plays out. I like that close. I'm going to enter another one. Double bottom bounce. Not good again. So I'm selling because I'm looking for that magnet, the 200 MA. Obviously, it's probably not going to go down there. There's the bottom of the channel, so I'm looking for sell still. Even though we're trading counter trend. There we go, the breakdown. This is where you have to make a decision if you want to exit after 50 MA, because it's probably going to retest and bounce. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to close my lowest layer, and I'm going to set this one to break even. Here we go, the break. Let's go to the bottom of the channel. Nice close. Let's see if we can make a newer low. If we make a newer low, that's pretty good. If we don't make a newer low, then we can exit. Looks like a double bottom so far from that 50 MA.
You see it?
Double bottom possibly.
You still in it?
I re-entered.
I'm proud of you, bro. Because I would have done the same. because I know with the JPY pairs, it does what you think it's gonna do, but it makes your heart race before it does it. You know.
So what I saw here was a fake break to the upside of the out of the channel. That's why I re-entered. Got back in below the channel, and then we got the confirmation red candle under the 90 ms. So that was the confirmation. Now we have a newer low, so I'm gonna hold this one. And this
It
should
looks
hit
nice.
TP. Yeah, it should
It
hit
looks
TP.
nice.
If not, we could exit right now. It's very close to the line.
For me, the line I drew, it basically touched it, but maybe I drew my line a bit off.
It's close enough. You could exit here. I'm gonna
Yeah.
exit. And that's basically how you trade the 1 minute charts. I do like that bearish engulfing though.
Yeah, and when you look left on the 5 minutes, it's close to a zone where it dropped heavily before from, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing that would have really kept me in the trade, even just... I mean,
And this,
obviously not if it broke higher. I would have respected the stop loss, but seeing the rejection, I would have tried to re-enter.
and if we look at the 5 minute, it's a very good bearish engulfing 5 minute candle.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna break through and go all the way down to this yellow line. Let's see how it plays out. But we also have the 21 MA here, so I would exit it either way.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a good call to exit, because the way it did a red candle, like that size, it could do a green candle, just like, you know, like the gains you have anyways.
Yeah, and plus we're in a bullish trend, so we
Yeah.
don't want to. We're just scalping. We don't want to hold this. Scalping against trend, yeah, you want to exit whenever you can. But it goes back to that theory that the 200 MA, we won't always want to look for for it to come back to that 200 MA.
No, honestly, I like what just happened, because it's really just charting. You know, you had no idea about the pair, and you just watched the charts and the lines, and it just shows something.
Yeah.
Ooh, GU is dying.
This is just good to for us to see that many people say charting is just a bunch of lines. Yeah, I don't trade this pair, and I just threw 3 lines and used my MAs, and without any previous knowledge, we just made a trade. And look, it's gonna go for that yellow line. It's going for that 200 MA. So that would have been a nice trade to hold. There's the 200 MA. There's the magnet, and I could have held with break even. And it goes back to what we were talking about earlier, but we don't exit, we don't layer out when we're in the red, but we have that psychological breakdown of securing when we're in profits, right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh wow, it fully broke. Nice. No, honestly, this is something that's happened to me so many times. Bro, it happened with gold, bro. I accidentally entered the mystery trade with a fucking full lot instead of 0.1. And and I was watching it, bro, in drawdown. And then as soon as it crossed the profit line, I started securing like the majority of it so I could have a normal lot size. And by the end, it hit TP, and I was like, "Fuck! Why didn't I just hold the whole thing?" But obviously, bro, I wouldn't have been saying that if it was just drawdown, you know, because that was too much. Gold is fuck. Gold is not something you want to play with.
Here we can see
Ooh.
we can see it cross that 200 MA. It's probably gonna bounce. And look at the line that we just drew on off of the 1 minute chart. Here we go. If we get a breakdown lower low, it's probably gonna go all the way down to this yellow line. So if we want to really risk, we could risk right here. I'll take it just to watch. This is where we go from line to line trading. Zone to zone. This is what we call zone to zone. Set to break even.
Honestly, that's incredible.
There we
Wow,
go.
wow.
Zone to zone.
You're
1 minute
riding
chart.
it, bro. That's incredible.
This is what zone to zone is.
You know, I would have been too scared to take that one because I would have waited for a retest or something. But sometimes there is no time for the retest, and you should
Yep.
just ride it. God damn.
So why did I enter it? It made a new. It broke that 200 MA. Broke that line that we had made as a support. And what we have here is bearish engulfing candle. Made a newer low. That's where we entered the trade. We entered the trade on the newer low.
Bro, it looks so beautiful. It looks so beautiful. Because that's exactly what I wanted you to witness with this pair, like the counter trend break.
And now we look back to the history. And now we are in profit 3. So we lost 2. That last trade basically just took out the first loss we took, and we're up $2.
You used 0.01?
I used 0.03.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
And now we flip to the 5 minute, and we can see where it's bouncing now. 200 MA again.
It wiped all its gains in one red candle, bro.
Correct. This is where we got the confirmed break.
This is what I like about. I mean, this is.
And now this is a bullish signal. Going back to our trend. So I could have took the buy. It's too late now for me, but now we're going for that 1 minute again to the 200 MA, which is the magnet again, and this is definitely a bullish signal. Complete reversal. It's just too late to enter now. I would have set break even above this yellow line. Well, watch it play out. We would have had a no risk trade here. Watch it. Zone to zone again. 200 MA is the magnet. This is why scalping 1 minute charts are very good. Newer high, confirmation, boom.
Yeah.
There you go.
Honestly, if it doesn't break 102.54, like around that area, I think you could even re-enter sales and stuff.
Now I just step aside and just let it play out and look for a new trade.
No, exactly. I mean, yeah, now that you've also secured in profit and stuff, that is a good idea to move on. But just, I don't know, bro. Oh yeah, true. It's actually held quite nicely on the 15. There's like a second trend line that it's respecting.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Right here.
Yeah.
Again, symmetrical. We always want to look for those symmetricals. So the 15 minute is about to close in 3 minutes and a few seconds. This will tell us if it's going to be a rail break or if it's going to be a fake break. So if it closes above here, it's going to continue to push bullish. If it closes below, then possibly we go even lower.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm
This is
really
why
happy we caught this type of trade too.
this is why I like doing live trading, so we can explain as we go why we take the trades, what's the mentality behind them, and this is a perfect setup on a pair that I don't even trade.
Yeah, it was wild, bro. And it was the type of move that I wanted you to catch too, like the counter trend break, bro. That's crazy. It came so easy. I love when that happens.
So this what you're witnessing here. You're basically getting a free mentorship because there's no one here in this call. No one wanted to jump on call from the premium group, so we did it here. This is what I usually do in my mentoring. We catch these kinds of trades, and I show how to take the trades, how we set up the lines, and what's the mentality and psychology behind each trade.
Yeah, no, I could tell that Miss Terry learned well, honestly, from you.
And there's a few more that hopefully they'll set their own thing too. I don't know why my mentors don't want to join the premium. Some just want to do their own thing. I get that. Some don't want to chat. Actually, we have a lot of people in the premium chat that do their own thing. They pay for signals and pay for mentoring, and they're in our chat and they don't even respond. They don't chat. They just prefer doing their own thing. So here we can see that looks like we're getting that continuation to the bullish momentum that we were watching from before. 15 minutes about to close. If it closes above here, then it's probably a continuation to the bullish side. Well, now it's breaking down. A few seconds to close. Let's see where it closes. A few more seconds to close. This could just be a retest. 15 minutes just closed. Let's see where it closed. Below 90 ms, so it's still bearish. Bearish momentum still. And here it goes again. This could just be a retest here. But still in bearish momentum. I wouldn't be buying yet. We missed the buy down here though. That was a beautiful rejection from the 5 minute 200 MA. And on the 1 minute, push back to zone and 200 magnet. Ziyad, do you have any questions?
No, all good, bro. Thank you.
Alright, I'm going to call it here. Thank you, man, for joining me. Hope you learned something.
Bro. It was really really helpful for me. I really appreciate your time.
You've been with us for a while, so you already know mostly how I draw my lines and why I draw my lines and why I take my trades. But it's always nice to have a one-on-one and get those questions in if you need them.
Yeah, no, it was perfect. I really appreciate it. It helped me a lot with the going down from different time frames.
Beautiful, brother, beautiful. Here you can see once again, before I turn this off, you can see it was a retest, it was a bullish signal as well. Retest, bounce, 90 MA, and the support line. So we're probably going to go all the way back to the top of this channel.
Damn, that would have been a really nice buy.
You
see,
perfect
that's what I
buy
mean
would have been
about
out
the
here.
exit, though. So I would have got so greedy with that huge red candle and held it, bro.
Yeah. You gotta break down to those lower time frames. Look for those exits and why it bounces and why it doesn't bounce. Like here you can see, we were watching the 1 minute, so we had no lines around here. We didn't know why why it was bouncing here. Flip it to the 5 and we see, oh yeah, there was 200 MA, that's why it bounced. So then we flip back to the 1 minute, you see it close right next to our support resistance. And that was a bullish signal. It was a quick rejection. Huge wick, and that would have been now buy. I was just too late. We would have entered like here when I spotted it. It was just too late. I probably would have exited here though on the retest. But that's it, brother. I'm gonna take the rest of the day off.
As you should, bro. I think me too.
My wife's gonna pick me up in a bit. We're gonna go out. All right, brother. Have a good one. Trade safe. Once again,
too, bro. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Corey. Appreciate your help, bro.